It's a gorgeous September sunny day. What should we do? Let's go mudlarking. Back in Southampton on the River Itchen. The tide's just on its way out. We haven't been here since the couple of big storms, so we'll have a good scout about down here, see what's around, and then I'm going to work my way upriver around a bend. There's a bay where one of our viewers has said there's a site of an old dump up there, and there's whole old bottles and jam jars and things up there. So we'll have a look up there later on, wait for the tide to go out a bit. Yeah, see what we can find. Well, I'm already seeing plenty of pottery. That looks like a piece of blue tile. There's another bit there. Lots of old glass. What's that? Little socket. Big piece of something there. Maybe bottom of jam or marmalade. It's the right colour. Still waiting for the tide to go out a fair bit yet though. See some plain white down there. I just scouted over this area once. Totally missed this. Look at this. Big boat building rivet, copper one. It's an old one. You know, Southampton has been a major port for centuries, so it doesn't surprise me that I'm finding that there. Thought that was clay pipe. Oh, had a bone down there. Look at this. That's an old floor tile. The pattern on that is similar to the old medieval floor tiles that you got in church. Little bit of concrete on the bottom. It was glazed though, so I wouldn't say it was medieval, but it looks like it. Little piece of milk glass there. Find lots of that down here. Another piece of bone there. What's that? That looks interesting. Little bottleneck. That looks an older one. Black glass. There's bottlenecks everywhere, look. Right, there's a find down here. Can you spot it? Particularly pleased about this because I haven't found one for a little while. It's a bottle stopper, a vulcanised one. Covered in weed. It's been rolling around for a while. Let's see if there's any detail on it. Can't see any detail on it. Still, nice find. A little piece of pot here with a lion passant on it. Might have been part of a royal crest, or the maker's crest. A piece of ridgeware, probably a jam pot. Still waiting to find my first whole one of that. I forgot to say, Jackie couldn't be here today. She's got to work. So yeah, I've got some abuse for that, for going without her. But you know, better than working, isn't it? The size of that piece of milk glass down there. Looks like a milk glass dinner plate or tea plate. Nice big bit, that. Piece of blue stripe. Not sure what that's off. Very the curve is very steep on that. Maybe a teacup. Maybe a coin. Might be a coin, look. Get in there. There's a coin. Wash off. There's some detail on there. It's a modern 2p. One of the copper ones. Another little square nail there. It's a tiny one. Alright, just sitting down because my back's hurting me already. In about half an hour. Well, there goes a piece of pot. A couple of decent bits of pot. The copper nails. The big copper rivet which is in my pocket. Vulcanised bottle stopper. A coin and two pieces of pot. One which I just dropped down there with part of a royal crest on. Not bad for about half an hour. Still waiting for the tide to go out there. Slowly creeping out. I want to go down that end as well, but there's a young girl down there who's having a blazing argument with her boyfriend on the phone, I think. I'll wait until she disappears off. Tide's going out quite quick though. Oh, the ducks are back down there by the wall. We'll give it another hour I think here, and then I'm going to investigate up round the river where I had that tip off. I know behind us there's a big green area called Pottery, and that was a Victorian dump, but there's a railway in between that and the shoreline, so I can't see stuff, you know, worked its way down there. I don't think the dump was there before the railway line. but you never know. We'll give it a try. Mug handle there, probably 1950s. Not for me though. Another copper rivet there, boat building one. Saving some of these for you in the USA, Ron. I know you like them. That's an old bone. Big old bone as well. Probably a cow bone. A little bit of patterned pottery there under the water. Sadly not much of a pattern left. You can see two finds here. A little bit of patterned pottery. And a square copper nail. Ooh, he's a big one. Nice bit of blue down there. That's thick. I reckon that was a serving dish. Is that willow pattern? I think it might be. See the front of the boat there? Right, I've been here about an hour now, and this is pretty much what I'm keeping. The tide's gone out, and when I walked on that bank over there, I was pretty much looking exactly the same stuff that we've left there before. I don't think the storm changed it much. So yeah, so I'm keeping the boat building nails, the stopple bopper, the coin, and a few bits of patterned pot. Right, now we're going to go up round the bend, up the River Itchen, and see what we can find up there. Hopefully it'll be interesting. Right, come up round the bend now. It's quite peaceful round here. But what I'm heading for is that bay round there. And it's Chesil Bay. Yeah, let's go see what we can find. Right, there's obviously been a lot of activity here over the years. Bricks and concrete, pipes. Looks like an old jetty leading out there. I'm not seeing much in the way of bottles and that yet. Pipe. What's that? Tile. Looks like a piece of iron. That's probably an old battery with a carbon rod in the middle. Lots of bits of wire. Does look like a dumping ground. A jar there. Not old though. That looks quite old. Beautifies, feeds and protects wood. The finishing touch. Well, maybe not. It's made to look like antique. Right, there's nothing. That's a fishing reel handle. There's nothing I can do to clean this beach up. I can't carry that much rubbish. A terracotta flower pot. Loads of iron and bits and pieces. Stainless steel bolt, probably from ship. Yeah, this is what I want to see, more in the way of pottery. A piece of, I think that's pot actually. See the cracked bit on it. Right, let's have a look around here, see what we can find. I think this is actually a dump. If you look in the bank, it's just full of rubbish. Can you see that old jar? It's actually concreted in. Nice old thing though. Yeah, I think this was a dump. dumping site. I think the whole bank is just that's been cleaned off. I think somebody's been here before. Rubbish everywhere. That glass was subjected to some heat. Well melted. Part of an old light bulb and an old light fitting made of porcelain. Some concrete asbestos. We'll leave that where it is. Safer in water than it is anywhere else. Still not seeing bottles and jars and that. This whole bank is just made of rubbish. What's that there? Bit of a cup. Bottle down there, but it's modern. Let's keep walking around, see what we find. The first promising bit of old pottery around here was part of a jam jar, Ridgeware. Could well be all round it then, just gotta look for it. Right, we might be getting into the older part of the dump site now. Look at that, old. Oh, I thought it was enamel, but it's not, it's an expansion chamber for a heating system. I do like this little bit of glass. Look at the imperfection in that, the base. It's just got letter 5 written on the bottom. There's a lot older pieces of glass appearing now. Rubbish. A nice big chunk of blue. I would say modern though. Flagon? Maybe? Colouring looks right. That looks to be a Nescafe jar. Not an old one. Well, I was talking away to the camera. I wasn't recording. I just found a nice bottle stopper, vulcanised rubber. We've found one of these before with the portcullis on. I'm sure Jackie will remember what it is. But yeah, nice. Look at that. That's Fix or milk and magnesia bottle. Oh, look at this! I just found. Little fairy. She can come home with me. Pretty sure that's part of a cod bottle. Might even have been the torpedo. Yeah, I think it might have been a torpedo bottle. Look. See where the bottom would have been there. Bit of pottery there with some markings on it. Oh wow, wasn't expecting that. Ah, that's the cottage scene. I'll be taking that one. Now this is definitely an older bottle top. Still got the cork in. Look. Is that another bit of it? No. I like that. I might take that home even though it's not really relevant to anything. Definitely getting into older stuff now. I'm going to walk all the way to the end and then back, hopefully before the tide comes in. I'm particularly pleased with the 2 vulcanite bottle stoppers. Happen to find another. Again, that's older. I reckon that's an old whiskey bottle. Only by the blown neck. You make that out? There's a frame of an old boat. Old ship, steel frame. You can see what looks like it's a stern. Shipwreck. I think that's a bottle. Oh, he's rusted. There's a bottle or a jar. It's rusted on that frame. No writing on that. Could potentially be old. What a shame. Might come along with a screwdriver next time and try and dig that out. Hartley's jam jar. Don't know what it says, but it says unless sharing Hartley's label. Still waiting for a whole one. I can see two fines. Not sure what that is, but let's have a look at this one first. Oh, a nice big handle that is. Blueware. That's coming home. Is that a bottle stopper? No. Oh, it's part of something electrical. Oh, it's the end of an old light bulb. Another bit of cobalt blue. There's lots of old glass here. Very old glass. There's a little sun trap around here. I'm absolutely sweating. And it's September. You know, we an old head torch. Seems to be another old wreck there. A barge. Some turquoise pottery there. 1960s. Just turn this out of the mud. It's poking up like that, which was promising. Might have been a big flagon. The bay. I've come to the end of the bay and there's a little stream coming out from underneath that bridge, and I just see the biggest rat ever go up by the side of it. It was huge. Look at that for an old wreck. So I'm just checking. There's another rat there. You see him? There he goes, carrying something. Yeah, I'm just checking along here, but it looks like the land's been reclaimed. Doesn't seem to be old rubbish. Well, not old enough for what I like anyway. The state of this, that not going to go any further. I've got a long walk back. I'm parked over the other side of the water over there, and if I get cut off by the tide round here, it's a good 4 or 5 mile walk round the roads. So I'm going to head back now. Keep my eyes peeled on the way back to see if we can find anything else. A bottle there. Not too old. Some of these eye drops. Cities are disgusting really, aren't they? Another old corked bottle. Only want one though. What's that? That looks interesting. A bit more of a jar. I'm heading back now, but I'm going at a fast pace. What's that? Balls? Oh, balls. I really only came down here to see what it's like, see if it's suitable to bring Jackie down. I'm going to wash my hands and shoes in this little stream. And going back to what I was saying. Oh, 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 hello baby. And you know what? I have not found a whole one of those yet. Behold, 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 it's whole. Look at that. Nice one. Yeah, I was just saying, would I come back down here again? Maybe. Maybe. There's some nice finds here, but they're few and far between, which is disappointing. Things are on, well, in the middle of a big city, an old city. There should be more here, but you never know what's under all that mud. But I'm super pleased with that. My first one. Oh, it's got writing on it as well. Daddy's. It's a Daddy's sauce bottle stopper. How cool is that? Well, I'm about halfway back. I sat down to have a rest. Well, there's only one bit I've got to keep an eye on the tide as it comes in. There's that bit over there will cut me off. Some high tides, the water literally goes up right up to the railway line. Ew, that's kind of creepy. Now creepy. It reminds me of the toy on Toy Story. That was a spider as well. Horrible. Yeah, as I was saying, stormy tides can go up to the railway line. Keep an eye on that so I don't get stuck, because the railway line is there and there's no crossing over it. So if that tide comes in there, I've got to go all the way back again and do the 5-mile walk. I'm not too keen on that idea. Look at all the trash though. But where there's trash, there's treasure. Another one down there. Bottle stopper number 4. Just a plain pattern on it. I bet the fella who lost this ended up swimming around in circles. 4 candles. Oh. That looks like a big old insulator. Oh. Yeah, big old electrical insulator, probably off the railway when they electrified it. Oh, mud round here stinks. I'm pretty sure there's more treasures under all this green weed. Might be worth a trot down here in winter. Oh, jam jar. Not too old. Yeah, I think I would come back in winter actually. What is that? Somebody's t-shirt. I'll show you why that's old. I'm going to pick up on that thick glass. And this shingle bank goes all the way down to there. And I'm wondering if that's old fish traps. Should we go and have a look? Yeah. Wouldn't that have been a lovely bottle? In the shape of that. Nice. Well, that's obviously part of an old boat. Yeah, I reckon that's an old fish trap. Not too old though. You use proper timber, so not that old. Right, these are the bits that I brought home. You have to excuse me, I'm filming this on my phone as the batteries are charging on the other camera. Pieces of pottery. Only kept a few patterned ones. Let's put them together. Right, a couple of pieces with the Royal Crest on, or Lion Pass on, which is on the Royal Crest. It's probably a maker's mark. Some blue stripe, some reddy brown pattern on that one. Pattern there which is faded beyond recognition. Brown and blue stripey, kind of like that one. These I'm pretty sure are willow pattern, or that's the mill scene, that one. That's a thick, I reckon that was off a big serving dish, that one. But Jackie will like them for her projects. And this blue handle, which I should imagine was a big handle of a vase. I like that one. Shipbuilding nails, old boat building nails. 2p coin, almost beyond recognition. Fairy. Bottle stoppers. I thought that I found 5, but I didn't. I found 4. Did a little bit of research on the Daddy's one, and that's early 19th century. No, early 20th century. Probably my favourite find because it's my first time I found a whole one. Patterned one. No, that's the patterned one. This one, which Jackie knows all about because she's found one of them before. I think that was 1897 to 1940 odd, if I recall. And just a plain one, which is a little bit rough around the edges. I kept this because I really like it. I wish I'd, found the whole bottle. A cork stop bottle, green glass. Wondering if it was a poison bottle. And a few pieces of cobalt blue. As ever, hope you enjoyed the video. Got some great plans coming up. We're going to go on a road trip in October in our micro camper and go to various places mudlarking. We really want to visit Seaham for the sea glass up there. We're also going to go to the Thames Estuary in Kent. Maybe do some Thames mudlarking as well. We're either planning to do that next month or December. And then we're going to go up to Scotland and have a roam around Scotland. Maybe visit Ruby Bay. Yeah. Yeah, some good videos coming up. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Hope to see you on the next one.